Hello, everybody. My name is Danny Wells, and I'm joined here by Laura, who is our team's newest consultant. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. I've actually got my matcha ready to go. Normally, when we do launches, I have a fizz stick, but I'm not going to have a fizz stick because it's a little bit late. Even though we do caffeine-free fizz sticks, I actually prefer the ones with the caffeine in. But it's going to keep me up all night, and I don't need to be kept up anymore. I've got 4 children. I'm already kept up enough as it is, so I don't need the extra being kept up all night. So I'm going to make myself a nice little matcha while I ask Laura the first question. So we're going to do a little bit of an interview here with Laura, and you can actually win a full-size product from Laura's shop, which we'll talk more about in a few moments. So I'm going to ask you, I think, 4 questions. Question number one is, can you tell us all a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so as Danny said, my name is Laura. I first and foremost, I'm a mum. Got my little lady sat here. I also, Annie, you're 5 now, aren't you? Yeah, 5, and I'm 5.5. Sorry, 5.5. And I got a little boy, Lucas. He's 4 now. Yeah, so mum first and foremost, and then working backwards. I am a holistic therapist, so I do all types of massage, beauty treatments. I do my microderm, collagen lift treatments, and I'm also a pre-postnatal fitness instructor. But that has been paused for a moment, but I will be bringing that back around at some point soon.
Wonderful. Okay, so my next question, question number two, is how did you hear about Arbonne and what then made you then decide to actually buy an Arbonne franchise and decide actually I'm going to do this as a consultant, as a representative. I'm going to be able to enable my network to be able to buy Arbonne products from me. So tell us a bit about that Arbonne journey part.
Okay, so we have a mutual friend, Laura, another Laura.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, um, it I was googling because with my treatments, it is an investment. It is really good for like skin, and it doesn't come cheap. It comes at a price. So I wanted a company that would like amplify it massively, clean beauty and cover all areas, so inner beauty, outer beauty, makeup. Like the worst thing for me is someone pays me a lot of money to help them with their skin and then goes home and uses a high street brand that's full of rubbish, and it just completely hinders it. So I was googling away, and it was Arbonne that kept coming up, and I was like, right, okay, noted, and then it kept coming up, and I was like, noted. And then I remembered a while ago, Laura was sharing, I think it was the fizz sticks. She was talking about it. So I just sent her a message, and I was like, am I right in thinking that you know someone from Arbonne? And she was like, yeah, pinged me your details. And then I think I stalked you for about 24 hours, going through all your site. And then I was like, yeah, I need to know more about this company. Yeah. So that's where it started, wasn't it? Need the Arbonne. Need the Arbonne.
I love that. I love that. And do you know what? It's kind of similar, but also a little bit different to my journey. So for me, I've had my online Arbonne franchise business for 11 years. I've just celebrated my 11-year anniversary. But my background is actually working in ophthalmology. So I worked for Specsavers opticians, and I absolutely loved working in ophthalmology. I love being able to help people, and I never actually imagined myself leaving ophthalmology. I thought I would stay there until retirement. But at the time, we had two children. We do have 4 now, but at the time, we had 2. And unfortunately, our second daughter was born, and she had a stroke and a brain hemorrhage, and it meant that she was on life support, and then she needed round the clock care. And when things were getting a little bit easier, she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So it meant that she needed a full-time carer. So I had a year off work, and I was her main carer, and we were in and out of different hospitals. She had seizures every single week, multiple times. And I was not paid for the bulk of that time. And my boss, who owned the franchise of Specsavers, asked me if I was going to come back to work or not. And as much as I wanted to go back to work, I needed to for my identity. I needed to like fill my own cup up, and I needed to financially, because the burden of my husband having to work so much extra to bring that money in was it's a massive strain on one person trying to bring in like 2 people's income. But I just wasn't able to. I wasn't able to leave my daughter. She needed me round the clock care. So I actually had a little bit of time where I didn't work, and I was on Facebook one day complaining about our life situation. And a friend who I kind of knew-ish from when I was in the Air Cadets as a teenager, she reached out to me and she said, "Have you ever heard of Arbonne?" And I was like, "No, not like you, who'd obviously done some." I was like, "No, never heard of it." And she said, well, basically, it's a company from Switzerland. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, it's going to be a nice company then. And she started saying things like it's B Corp. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, the B Corp is a stamp. It's one of the most prestigious stamps any company could get. But it's really hard to get this stamp. You literally have to be the best of the best. You have to be prestigious. You have to be great. Whatever it is that you make, 'cause it's not just products, whatever it is that you make, like for example, Ben and Jerry's ice cream is B Corp. So whatever it is that you make has to be really good. The things that you say are true, and you're good for the environment. There's a lot going into it. Just Google it. And when she said B Corp, I was like, my eyes lit up. And she said all the products are vegan, they're gluten free, and there's over 500 products from your shop. And all you do is you have your online app, and then you tell people about the products. And if anyone buys from your website, you get like a kickback. A bit like at the time, I was like, oh, a bit like HelloFresh. If I buy a HelloFresh box and I tell somebody about it, they give me £10 off my next box. Or Sky at the time was doing like £50 if you referred somebody. She's like, yeah, exactly like that. And I was like, can I actually make a proper income out of this? Because I don't just need like £50 a week. I need like £500 a week. She was like, yes, you can make a proper income out of it if you choose to put the energy and effort in. So I was like, I'm in. And I joined 11 years ago. And it's been absolutely life-changing for me. So that's kind of like how I came across it. So my next question is, question number 3 is, what is your favorite product?
Well, I haven't tried many yet, obviously, full disclosure. I haven't tried many, but the hype is real. I got these yesterday. I had my, did have one as soon as I got the delivery yesterday. So the fizz stick, I've got the pomegranate one. I think it's the, pomegranate one here. Had it this morning and replaced my my green tea with honey that I normally have every morning to function. This product is, I love it. I understand hype. I've got the pomegranate. I'm looking forward to trying the mango one because mango is my flavour. I think I'm going to love that one.
I like
this is
like
the caffeine one though. I think I'm programmed backwards because actually caffeine at night helps me sleep better. Weird. Weird. Don't know why, but I'm glad they do the caffeine free because I'm sure my mum's going to want that one as well.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know what they are, they're B vitamin drinks. So you get 30 sachets in a box. So they literally come, so I've got loads in here. They literally come in little sachets and you add them to water, hot or cold, and they're just your daily B vitamins. So most people are not getting enough B vitamins a day. And it can affect everything from your mood, your energy levels, obviously, fatigue. There's so many different symptoms from lacking in B vitamins. And if you've ever tried B vitamins in their purest form, they are vile. Like one time I tried a B vitamin spray. Oh, it was so horrible.
Yeah.
So somebody said to me about using the B vitamin drinks, I was like, oh, I was a bit like, oh gosh, I'm not sure. And they were like, look, the Arbonne do loads of different flavors, and they are all natural flavors, like you said, the pomegranate, the mango peach. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. Oh my gosh, I have multiple a day actually. You only really need 1 or 2 a day, but I probably have like 4 or 5 a day. I absolutely love them. I love them cold. I've got customers that prefer them hot, and I like mine really strong in like a tiny glass. But again, you can have them in a litre if you wanted to. So my favorite product, so there are obviously over 500 products from Laura's shop. And one thing I will say about the products, which I thought was interesting when I first learned about Arbonne, is that Arbonne do give all the customers a 90-day money back guarantee. So when somebody messages me, which is what tends to happen, what will happen with Laura's business, what happens with my business every day, is I tend to get a couple of messages a day from a stranger or somebody that's got a mutual friend, and they'll say, hey Danny, somebody's told me about your products. I'm looking for a product for eczema for my little one, for example, and we have a conversation via Messenger. And I always say to them, look, I can't promise you these products are going to deliver the results like they have for me and like they have for thousands of other people. But if you try it and it doesn't work, you've got 3 months. If it doesn't work, up to that point, 90 days, we can offer you a full refund, which I always think is really reassuring for people, especially for like people like me and Laura. Like we want our customers to either buy something that they see massive value in and they're like, tell telling all their friends. They're like, it's amazing. That's what we want. We want this advertising where people are so excited about our products. Or if it doesn't work, they get a full refund. The majority of people that come to me falls into two categories. One, it's people that have got children with eczema or any kind of like skin issues. And that was the first product I tried when I first started Arbonne. The first product I tried was the kids' hair and body wash because both my two children at the time had really bad eczema to the point where we were back and forth to the GPs, different steroid creams, different potions and lotions. And sometimes it would work for a few days, but the aggravated skin would always come back. Now, I did not know this, but the products that I was using when I would go to Morrison's at the time and do my food shop and put my kids' hair and body wash and bubble bath in the trolley at the same time as my food shop, 99p product. I did not know that the majority of high street products use an ingredient called mineral oil. So basically, what this is, sorry if people know this already, but for those that like me that didn't know, when they have oil rigs out in sea and they extract crude oil from the ground, they pull the crude oil up and they use it for fuel for cars, but they're left with like a waste product at the top and it's like a dirty scum at the top and they scrape that off and this waste product is deemed not good enough for fuel. So not good enough for fuel. So what they do is they have all this waste product which is called mineral oil and they have gallons and gallons and gallons of the stuff and they can't dispose of it on the environment because it's environmentally harmful. They can't sell it to the food and drinks industry because they won't touch it with a barge pole. So they sell it to the skincare and cosmetics industry and what they do with it is they water down their products much like when you make soup from scratch and you want it to spread further, you put more water in to make it spread out. So what they do with their products, so for example, Arbonne do an incredible sun cream, and sun cream is something that most people use. So I'm going to use it as the analogy. When you buy your high street sun cream, it's probably got about 3% of actual sun cream in it, and then it's been watered down with mineral oil. And the company have bought this mineral oil for pence for gallons of this stuff. It's greasy, it's nasty, it's the most harmful thing you can put on your skin. It's like wrapping cling film around your skin. It gives you prickly heat. It was what was causing my kids eczema, unbeknown to me. It's so bad. It has 60 different names to try and disguise the fact that it is mineral oil, like paraffin, liquidanium, Vaseline. So I didn't know that the products that I was using on my precious little babies was constantly lathering them in mineral oil. So when I started using the Arbonne product, which is free from all of these nasties, their eczema cleared up within a couple of days. Now, I can't sit here and say if you've got a child with eczema, it's 100% going to work. But if you do have somebody with skin that's problematic, you can talk to Laura and she will say to you the same as me. You can try it. If it doesn't work within 90 days, even if you've used the whole bottle, you'll get a full refund, which I just think is really reassuring. So for me, it did work, and I've got before and afters. And once I started sharing that with my customer base, with my network, they were interested in buying it as well. Now, my other favorite product is the deodorant because my other customer base, a lot of it comes from people that have either been diagnosed with cancer or they have a close member of their family or friends that have been diagnosed with cancer. And for anyone that doesn't know this, you're given a list of ingredients to avoid. Now you then take that list to Boots or Superdrug and you're like, every product has these ingredients in them, like parabens and aluminium. You're like, how can I buy products because they've all got them in? And that's where Arbonne comes in. So Arbonne are a prestigious company that do not use these nasties. So I sell a lot of deodorant. I use it myself. I've got two teenage daughters. They use it. It is free from all those nasties. And that's just one example of how clean these products are. But again, you've got that money back guarantee as well. So that's my favorite product. Now, I'm going to take a breath and ask the last and final question. Was there anything else you wanted to add before I fire question 4 at you, Laura?
I just agree with everything you just said. I've worked in not so nice salons and spas with my massage back in when I was starting out back in the day. And yeah, I've had like all my arms have come up in rashes where it's just the cheap oil, which has got like the paraffin and it's so itchy and just yeah. That's another reason why I was like, no, I can't do that again. It has to be top notch of everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
So true. Right. The last question is I'm going to ask you about where you see yourself with this company. So I'm going to take everybody on a little journey about when I started, and I'm going to try and summarize this as without going off on a tangent, because I can talk a lot. So when somebody starts an Arbonne business, they buy their online franchise, which is £70 for the year. That's in UK sterling. So if you're watching this and you're in another country, Arbonne are in other countries, so you can speak to Laura about how much the cost of the business is in other countries. In the UK, it's £70. You get a free box of fizz sticks or a night cream, whatever you choose. Laura obviously chose the fizz sticks, which is very exciting. So when you start, you can talk to people as often or as little as you like, and you get paid a kickback every week on anybody that buys because of your referral. So when I first started this business, I bought the kids' hair and body wash. I had before and after photos of my children, and I actually had a mum from school who I only knew vaguely asked me about my kids' skin because she could see in their face it had cleared up. And I said, oh, I've been using these products from Arbonne. And I said, you're not actually able to buy, you can't buy Arbonne products. They're only accessed via a
What are you?
Hello.
Hang on, please.
You can only buy them from a consultant. And luckily I've got a website link. And I told her, I was like, these are products that are used by celebrities, they're used by people in the royal family are using these products. So these are like prestigious products, and they're not sold unless you actually know a consultant. So that lady went onto my website when she went home and she ordered the kids' hand body wash, and they arrived to her the next day. I didn't deliver any products. I didn't take any money. It's all done online. And much like when you order on Amazon and it ships straight to the customer, that's kind of like how this works for Laura. I got paid my first paycheck because a couple of people bought products. My first paycheck for my first week in Arbonne was £12. It wasn't anything to get too excited about, but I could see the beauty of where this was going. Now, there's 4 levels in Arbonne. I hit level number 1 within 4 months, and your average income here is about £500 a month. So for us, that meant that because we were currently receiving benefits at that point, I was able to ring benefits, tax credits, and tell them that I didn't need the money anymore. Don't need benefits. Give it to somebody else. So that was our goal, to reach level number 1, district manager. Level number 2 is area manager. It took me 6 months to reach level 2, and the average income here is £2,000 a month. So what that meant for us at level 2 was my husband stopped working overtime. So it actually gave us more time together as a family. Level number 3, it took me 11 months to reach this point, which is regional vice president. And the average income here is about £5,000 a month. And what that meant here was we were able to start putting money towards buying our own house. So we rented for 12 years. We had a 2 up, 2 down. It was teeny weeny. And we actually put all our spare money into a pot to actually buy our dream house, which we live in now. We absolutely love it. And then level number 4 is national vice president. And it took me 4 years to get here, which is actually a little bit slow because you can get here in 6 months. And the average income here is £10,000 a month. So what that meant for us was we were able to expand our family, and we decided to have 2 more children because of Arbonne, because we had the time and the finances to do it. So my last question to Laura, bless her, you're holding together so well with your kids. My final question is, I want you to, it's 2025 now, you've started your business, you're in all the countries that we're in, and people are messaging you every day. They're like, Laura, I need something, Laura, I need something. And you're having conversations with them around the kids, and it takes you 4 years to build to the top level in Arbonne. We're just pretending you're slow like me. It could be 6 months, but let's say it's 4 years. It's 2029. So the kids are 4 years older. So how old does that make them in 4 years' time?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Annie will be 9. So yeah, 8 and 9, pretty
8
much.
and 9. They're 8 and 9. You're 4 years older. You're earning £10,000 a month. Tell me what that means for you, because everyone has different goals and dreams. So what does it mean for you?
It is more the financial stability. It's blue, darling.
No, I'm asking her.
It's a blue pen. There you go, blue. Matches your pants. There we go. Yeah, so financial stability, if anything, that's the big one. I've got a few little debts and things that can be cleared. And yeah, it's the lifestyle more. So I haven't got any big glamorous dreams, to be fair. It is just if we want to go away for the weekend, we can. Obviously, I'm homeschooling mum, so that's going to benefit me in that way and making it more of a lifestyle. And I'm sure if we do pop away for the weekend, there'll be a museum or something that we
this?
want to
What's
attend.
I want to show her what this is.
Maybe like a living nanny or something.
Yes,
You never know.
I like that. Is it a Jenga block?
No.
It's a piece of toast from their kitchen.
Oh,
fake toast. Fake toast. Yeah, but no, I can't say anything. Actually, no, they have both told me they want to go on a Disney cruise. So that'll probably be the main glamorous thing that we could do. But other than that, it's just financial stability. And what I like when you're working your way up through the business, the willable aspect of it, and being a single parent, knowing I've got that protection in place for them. If don't want to say it, but you know, yeah, that's the main reason.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. No, you're fine. Right, we're at the end anyway. I'm going to talk about the giveaway and then we can finish. So, anyone that's watched this, whether you've watched it live or you've watched it on playback, we are going to do a giveaway from Laura's shop. So Laura is going to send one person a product from her shop for free. All you have to do to enter is comment on this, and you can either share how you know Laura, if you know her. If you don't, you can share what your favourite part is. Every comment, Laura's going to give it a few days. Every comment, Laura's going to write your name down, put it into a hat, and then hopefully Annie's going to pick that out of the bowl or the hat or whatever it goes into. Yay! And the name picked out, you're going to get a full-size product as a thank you for watching this. Laura's business is built on word of mouth. So you might be here and thinking, do you know what? I don't use any of these products. I don't use deodorant, shampoo, shower gel, sun cream, makeup, skincare, nutrition. I don't use any of that. But I'm going to tell people that I do know who do use products, and I'm going to refer people to Laura. And that's all we want from this, just for you to understand what Laura's business is. And hopefully if you go to work, you go to church, you go to your PTA meeting, you go to your hobby, and if somebody says, my little one's got eczema, you go, oh, I've got a friend with a possible solution. That's kind of what we want from this. So we really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. We're so grateful. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got questions, you can ask Laura. If Laura doesn't know, she'll ask me. Don't forget to comment on the giveaway. Thank you so much. Anything else from you, Laura?
That's everything. I'm just looking forward to it all and sharing the products and having a play myself.
Thank you so much, everybody.